Hello, guys, and welcome. I've got a transfer update on the guy you can see on your screen, which is obviously Liverpool captain. Well, not for much longer, but Liverpool captain currently, Jordan Henderson, and that is that Liverpool have reached an agreement with ettifaq to sell Jordan Henderson for 12 million. Now, obviously, this rumor came about roughly around about a week ago. Obviously, they've been in talks. Personal terms are obviously not going to be a problem. I think they're offering like £600,000 a week, which is triple what he's on at the moment. Um, but now her fee has been agreed. Is yet again just another high-profile player that's going to Saudi Arabia this season. You know, a lot of people have taken the move to Saudi Arabia, and obviously it looks like obviously he's going to be followed by Fabinho. Obviously, he will go to a different club. But yeah, that has been now an official agreement has been made for the sale of Jordan Henderson. Obviously, £12 million. Liverpool originally started their asking price at round about obviously 20 million was what I was hearing, but obviously they've come down on that now, and they are now going to accept 12 million. Obviously now he's obviously going to have to go to Saudi Arabia, have a medical and everything. Obviously, I think my first sign that an agreement was closed was the fact that Jordan Henderson won't play in today's friendly for Liverpool. So I think that's always an inkling when a player's not going to play in a game that many people expect him to start or at least come off the bench. He won't be doing that now. Obviously, he's now going to prepare now to obviously at some point go to Saudi Arabia and go and sign for Al Ettifaq. Obviously, have a medical and everything like that. Sign the contract. This should be done, but by what I'd say Friday, Saturday latest. I reckon this deal should be all wrapped up. I can't see it taking very long. Jordan Henderson pretty much agreed to this straight away. Obviously, the current El Ettifaq manager, who was a huge role model for Jordan Henderson growing up, is obviously currently Steven Gerrard, and obviously he knows Jordan Henderson, their ex-teammates. He's obviously been a big admirer of Steven Gerrard from his younger days, obviously when he was at Sunderland, and obviously, trying to find his first team place at Liverpool, which obviously did take a while for Jordan Henderson at some point. It looked like maybe he could leave, but he said that was never going to be an option. He always wanted to stay at Liverpool, but he feels like now it is the right time. And obviously with the signings Liverpool have made in midfield, obviously McAllister, then you're obviously looking at Szoboszlai. Obviously he's going to play further forward, but McAllister's going to be playing central midfield. Fabinho looks set to be leaving as well, also going to Saudi Arabia. There is, from what I've heard and what I've read, there is reports that Liverpool could even go in for Moises Caicedo once they do get the money for Fabinho and Jordan Henderson. They could go for Moises Caicedo to sort of replace both of them. Obviously, because he's a defensive midfielder. He obviously knows Alexis McAllister well, so I think that would be a good signing for Liverpool. Although, from what I've also been reading, he does prefer to join Chelsea. So Liverpool would obviously have a lot of negotiating to do, not only with Brighton, because Brighton are going to want £80-90 million for Moises Caicedo, but they're also going to have to negotiate with Caicedo himself, who, like I said, at the moment does favour a move to Chelsea over pretty much any other club in the league. So, yeah, it's not come as a surprise. I think when I first heard the rumour about a week ago, it was 6 to 7 days ago. I know it's been a while since, which in transfer speculation, a week is a while, in my opinion. Sometimes people get linked with a club and then like within 2 or 3 days they've already agreed a fee. But I think Steven Gerrard obviously wants experience as well. I think he wants a player who he knows can captain a side, which obviously we've all seen from Jordan Henderson now for many years in the Premier League. He knows how to captain Liverpool. His leadership trait will definitely help Steven Gerrard. Obviously because he is, he's in a foreign league. He's obviously got to try and get used to the language as well. Obviously, some of the players might be able to understand English. Some of them might not. I mean, I don't know if you've ever obviously been to England, if you obviously don't live in England, but the Scouts accent isn't one of the easiest accents to understand. And obviously coming from an Englishman, trust me, I've met a few Scouts, and it is difficult to understand what they're saying at times. I'm not going to lie. So obviously that could maybe help him as well. I mean, it's not going to help. I mean, Jordan Henderson obviously he's got a bit of a. If you're from England, he's from Sunderland, so you have a bit of a Geordie accent sort of thing. But no, I think he's definitely going to be buying him for obviously his leadership qualities, most definitely. I think that's the key element as to why Steven Gerrard maybe wants someone like Jordan Henderson in his team. I think it's definitely, for me, if you look at Jordan Henderson, for me, his best attribute for me would be his leadership. He's led Liverpool to great things, Champions League, the Premier League. So he's done so many great things with Liverpool, and obviously I feel like, and obviously I think it's the same maybe opinion for Jordan Henderson. I obviously feels like his place this season could be under threat in the sense that he's seen all these midfielders coming at Liverpool. There is rumours that they could even add more. There could be even a couple of more midfielders wanted by Liverpool. So yeah, and then obviously Jordan Henderson probably sat there thinking, well, my position is going to be under threat a little bit. Am I going to be a guaranteed starter this season? And he's going to be a guaranteed starter over in Saudi Arabia. I don't think there's a question about that. He's definitely going to be an absolute guaranteed starter. As long as he's fit, which he always seems to stay fit for Liverpool. I can see him being definitely one of the first choice players in their team. He's obviously going to be, probably in my opinion, the player with the most quality. We've seen what he's done, like I said, with Liverpool, even with England at times, where he's played for England and he's done very well for England. So I think obviously for Steven Gerrard, this is probably an ideal first signing for him. Someone he knows as well. He's played alongside Jordan Henderson. He's seen what Jordan Henderson can do for many, many years in Liverpool shirt. So he knows what he's buying. It's not like he's just gone into the market and thought, right, we need to sign a world-class player. We'll just offer some crazy money for this player and he'll come and join us and we'll give him like £1 million a week. No, he's gone out there and he's gone into the market for a player who he knows could potentially leave his club because of maybe incomings to the current club. And yeah, Jordan Henderson obviously fits the bill. Like I said, he knows him. He's seen his playing style for Liverpool. He likes to keep it, short. He's good defensively. And like I said, the most important thing I think for Liverpool, not for Liverpool, but for ettifaq is obviously they need a leader in that midfield. And Jordan Henderson's, in my opinion, probably one of the best in the Premier League for that. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that the leadership quality is definitely what Steven Gerrard's looking for. Obviously, maybe if there's other players in England that are potentially looking to move clubs, maybe Steven Gerrard could try and pick them up. John Henderson might say, look, end of the day, this is a good player from England. Try and pick him up, and maybe he'll obviously be inside of the Premier League as well. And, I think it's this is going to be pretty much a done deal. I do think it's a perfect signing for Steven Gerrard, seeing as, like I said a few times during this video, he knows Jordan Henderson. He played alongside him for, I think it was 2 or 3 years, something like that. So he knows him well. He's obviously seen him many, many years. What he's done for Liverpool as captain, winning the Premier League, winning the Champions League, and how, other than last season, but how consistent Liverpool were up until, like I said, last season. So, yeah, this will pretty much be a done deal. I will let you know when the transfer does go through. Anyway, guys, please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think it's good for Jordan Henderson to maybe have a new challenge? Do you think he should have stayed? Let me know in the comments. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like and please subscribe for more videos like this. Anyway, guys, I will see you soon.